Okay, the card that came out is the Heal card. This is equivalent to the Star card. I feel like for some of you, I immediately heard wishing on a star. I feel like for some of you, there's something that you're really hoping that you can obtain or achieve. But to me, with your general energy being helpless and hopeless, it feels to me as if maybe that's why I saw a mountain. Maybe some of you feel as if there is, look at that, y'all. There is a mountain, two of them in the background. Okay. So that's interesting. I feel like that you're about to embark on some type of journey that you feel somewhere in your mind as if it's too difficult for you to tackle. But I feel like with this card, the helpless and hopeless card is associated with your mental, the mental plane. So I feel like some of the anxieties that you have, they may not be as warranted as what you feel. I feel like for some of you, what this month is going to really require for you to do is for you to muster up the strength, the mental capacity to deal with whatever obstacles that are coming your way. I feel like you are going to be facing some type of obstacles within the job site because you have two major arcana cards that popped out that I was told to do two major arcana to pull two cards for you. And you have, this is like the devil and the justice card. I feel like some of you, you're gonna have to learn how to say no. I feel like for some of you, I'm sorry, yeah, my back is itching. I feel like you're gonna have to learn how to say no. I feel like for some of you, you're giving so much of your job that you're not giving back to yourself, or you're giving so much within your career does not feel fulfilling anymore to you. I feel like for some of you, you are going to have issues with your manager this month. I feel like some of you, and it feels like an issue where you feel as if it's not uh, um, that's not the word I'm looking for. It feels as if there's no resolution to it, but it is a resolution to it. I feel like you're really going to have to speak up this month. You're going to really have to speak up this month when it comes to your own personal responsibilities between your work and your home. I feel like, and the reason why you're going to have to speak up is because I feel like for some of you, you haven't. And because now it's like you have become this almost like the right hand man in a sense, but you're not getting your just due. This card is a justice card. You're not getting your just due. You may I feel like you may be speaking up about that. I feel like something you it feels like something is maybe you feel passed over for something. I also, let me get another card with this. Yeah, wow, you have the win or lose. I feel like for some of you, you may be ready to leave a certain a job situation only because it's just like it just ran its course. I feel like for some of you, you're definitely going to, it's like you're making the decision that I'm going to give what I can. I'm going to come in, I'm going to do what I need to do for these 8 hours, 12 hours, whatever shift you work. And that's all they're going to get out of me. I'm not going to give them anymore because I feel like you've been giving and giving and giving. And it doesn't feel as if it was appreciated. I feel like this manager of yours could be a Capricorn, but this manager, male or female, they just, they really depend on you heavily. And I feel like for you it would be okay is but and you don't mind it because you're definitely capable of it, but I feel like for some of you you would at least like to have a little bit of recognition for what you do. Okay, it doesn't seem as if it's appreciated. I do feel like again some of you may be wanting to leave, and it's difficult for you wanting to leave because I feel like you've been there for a while. There's definitely benefits for this place, but I feel like it's time for you to go. Um, some of you, this card, this helpless and hopeless, is about feeling trapped within a situation, but I really don't feel like you're trapped because this card also, the Master card, is equivalent to the Devil card. So I feel like there's some type of attachment or pull cord that's attached to your work. Some of you are just being a slave for your work. It may be that your working environment is fine, but you are having to work extra hours and it's really tiring. Okay, and you just feel like there's no way out of this. Like I wish I could just go ahead and some of you really going to wish that you're going to be hoping and praying that this month goes by fast because it feels like the workload is going to pick up. Okay, and again, you may have to tell somebody, listen, I cannot do all of this because I feel like for some of you, you feel like a lot of the work is being placed on you. Okay. So just want to put that out there. Moving forward, within love, you have dedicated effort. I feel like a lot of you are putting in fine tuning. You're paying attention to detail. You're really paying attention to your partner. You're paying attention to your relationship. You're really you're really going through it with a fine tooth because you're trying to make it work. You're trying to improve it. You want it to be perfect. I feel like for some of you, you put in this dedicated effort back into yourself. So that may be that you're really focused on your self-love, your self-care behaviors, dedicating time for yourself. Again, going back to this career time, maybe that's part of the reason why you're telling your manager or your job, whoever it is, that, I cannot. Maybe because I feel like some of you are trying to sign up for classes or you're trying to do something extracurricular, and you literally you do have the time for it, but you don't make time for it because you're so dedicated to your job. But I feel like for now, what you're trying to do now is you're saying no so you can do things that will put energy or effort back towards yourself. Okay. And one thing I like about this, because this shows me that there is patience here. Your level of patience is phenomenal during the month of November. I feel like it's because you understand that, anything that's worth achieving is going to take effort. It's going to take time. It's going to take patience. It's going to take diligence. I feel that you're willing to do so. And it's like you want it perfect. You want it perfect. And because you want it, so I feel like, Geminis can be perfectionists sometimes. And it's one or the other. Either you're a perfectionist or sometimes you're very nonchalant. And I feel like this is one of those months where your perfectionism is at its height, especially when it comes to love and improvement within the relationship or improvement towards yourself. And I feel like a lot of you are being divinely guided towards this effort. It's like I feel like some of you are hearing it. Okay, that because I'm hearing it, and I feel like some of you are hearing this is what you're allowing the creator to guide you where you need to go within a relationship, to do the necessary work, to be held accountable. Okay, you're putting in extra time to make this thing work. All right, moving into your finances. You have one, two, three, four major arcana cards here. This is the card of the hangman within your finances. I feel like right now finances could be I don't feel like there's a lot of movement with finances. I feel like you're really going to be breaking even during the month of November. I don't feel like there's going to be, I don't feel like you're going to, as much as you're putting out, as much as you're bringing in, I feel like, which is, still fine. I feel like you probably won't expect a surplus of money. I feel like for some of you, you're really giving up some extracurricular or extra expenditures. I feel like for some of you, you're really taking a look at your finances and trying to figure out where you can tweak, what you can leave out, what you can eliminate, not leave out. I feel like for some of you, if you are in that position too, I feel like some of you are really turning over your finances to someone else to manage. So, if you have a business or even if you don't have a business, some of you may be really considering using an accountant to help you or consulting on an accountant. Because I feel like for some of you, you're really concerned about the upcoming tax season, especially for those who are in the U.S. Some of you feel like you're at a loss when it comes to your finances. It seems like every time you turn around, you try to get you feel like you're on an uphill. I'm sorry. Every time it feels like things are really turning around for the positive, something tends to happen and it gets you discouraged. So I feel like for some of you, you're just saying, fuck it during the month of November when it comes to your money. Like you just like, I don't give a damn. It's really too, sorry, it could be two extremes. Really, like you're either really focusing on it or you're not focusing on it. Okay. And honestly, I feel like whichever approach works for you is going to work. There's a certain amount of you that have been um, really trying to get your finances right, but it always seems like something always happens and it never works out the way. Like, I feel like for some of you, you felt by now during the month of November, your finances would have been, you would have had more in your savings, or you would have had more to do, more, you would have had extra money to use to place towards something else, but you don't have it right now. So just like right now, you're like, fuck it. I don't know what else to do. You throwing your hands up. I'm not going to worry about it. It's not to say that you're going to stop doing what you were doing, but I feel like your mental, your thoughts about it have changed. Like you're not trying to worry about it as much as you used to, because I feel like for some of you, you're realizing that you're worrying, or your the extra effort, there's not much of a difference. You're not seeing the benefit of it. So you're just going to let it be how it is. You're going to continue, but it's just something about your mindset is going to change. Either you're really focused, or you're not. Okay. And you're going to, and I feel like for some of you, it feels almost like an experiment. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to just try it this way and see what happens if I do it this way. Okay. Or think about it in this way. Yeah. Because the whole purpose is for you to, I feel like for a lot of you, you're really trying to grow your money. You're really trying to make it multiply, but it seems like it's stuck in a sense. So, let me get one more card. I have well-deserved reward. Um, yeah, it's like you know where you're trying to head, but I feel like you're having some issues either you're having issues seeing it, or yeah, I feel like you're having an issue seeing what you're trying to do, like the direction. Because again, look, he's trying to look straight ahead and stay positive, but the sun is in between these two mountains here. So I feel like there are some battles, and he can go. If you can see within the card, it's the sunlight and the truth that's guiding him and that's drawing him. But I don't know if you can really see it on here, but there is an incline here. There's an incline here, and the sun is setting. It could either be sun is setting or the sun is rising. But we all know, looking at this card, it's going to take him more than a day to get through here. And I feel like when the sun goes down is what scares you about it. Okay. But again, you can see the light. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I feel like for some of you, your goal remains the same, but I feel like you may feel like, especially when it comes to finances, that you're going to have to change up your way of thinking about it. Or now it's time, especially if it means you not worrying about it as much, or utilizing the help of someone else to help you, because it's all about financial security, and it's all about you feeling independent and self-sufficient. But again, I don't feel like there are any money issues this month. I just feel like you feel as if your money situation should have been improving. But I'm going to say this to you. For some of you, the simple fact that you're breaking even now is an improvement, because I feel like for some of you who are feeling that way, you are really ending every month in the negative, or really feeling like you had to rob Peter to pay Paul every month. And I don't feel like you're going to be feeling like that in November. You may have a little bit of extra money, and you may have some extra expenses, but it's a blessing that you had the extra money to cover the extra expenses, because I feel like in months prior, you would not have had the extra money to take care of the things that you needed to take care of. So be careful about how you're viewing your situation, because it may not be as bad as what you're thinking. Again, whoa, this card right here, this is like the Eight of Swords. It's not as bad as what you think. Okay. And that may be one of the reasons why you just say you throw your hands up too, because this is a surrender card. The Hangman. So moving on to your health, you have refusing to see. This is the Two of Swords. I feel like for some of you, you have a health issue that you're not acting on, and I feel like something's going wrong, but you're not really sure. Maybe you're scared to speak up about it. Some of you may not even be telling anybody about it. You may have a little ache, a little pain, a little nervousness, some type of anxiety. Something's going on with you, right? and I feel like it's been going on with you, but I feel like it's going to get to the point where you're going to have to do something about it during the month of November. Let me look at one more. Yes, the strength card. You're going to have to do something about it because I feel like it's going to start to bother. It's starting to exhibit or manifest itself in a fashion that you can't ignore it anymore. So you're going to have to address it during the month. Make sure you go get your physicals. Make sure you go get your checkups. Take a look at what you're putting in your body. Take a look at, your self-care behaviors. I feel like for some of you, this is an issue that this goes back to this star card, or what is this, the heal card. Some of you are just wishing to be healed of this issue. I feel like for some of you, you're thinking that it's something that's going on in your mind, but I really don't think it's your mind. I feel like you really probably have something that needs to be checked on. But I feel like for you, it's coming to grips with coming to grips with the fact that there may be something going on with you physically. Because I feel like for some of you, you're generally a healthy person, and it's just it's reality knocking at the door, saying, yes, you are human. Yes, things can happen to you. Your health can fail. And I don't feel like it's a serious issue, but I feel like it's something that you really just need to get checked on. It feels like a relatively quick fix, or you could tweak it. You may, and again, I am telling you, this is, as far as medical advice, you always want to see medical advice, regardless of what I say. But I feel like for some of you, you may be experimenting with more natural or alternative holistic therapies, just to try to get a hold of whatever this is. You may be doing some research about that. Really, and I feel like it's about maintaining consistency, because some of you are really you've been making little changes here and there, but I feel like whatever is going on with you, you're really going to have to be more consistent with it. And that may be what you're needing to address during the month of November as well. For some of you, you just want your mental chains to be broken free. If you've been dealing with a chronic issue, I feel like you just want to be free of this issue, and you're ready now to do what you need to do to reach a level of health that's going to be optimal for you. Your self-care, nature, mountains are in the nature. In the nature. It says, take a walk. Let the beauty of nature feed your soul. I feel like for some of you, you're going to have to get outside. Go walk a nature trail. Get by the river. I feel like some of you may need to go to the beach. Some of you just need to sit outside on your porch. I feel like, if you're not really a nature person, hell, get some green smoothies, drink nature, drink some chlorophyll. You got to get those dark leafy green vegetables into your system. I feel like for some of you, you may be even practicing. You know what? I look at this and I see sun gazing. Okay, maybe that's what you need to do to help. I feel like some of you, it feels as if something with this cold, especially if you're in the northern hemisphere, it's the cooler weather. It's starting to, we're summer babies. We are most activated during the summer because that's our time. I feel like as the sun and the time changes, it could be affecting you and your circadian rhythm. Be careful about, if you've never heard of it, it's called seasonal affective disorder. I feel like for some of you, you may be affected by this, and it's related to you not getting enough sunlight. I feel like some of you really need to be out in the sun and allow some of the rays to your body. Your skin needs to absorb some of this sunlight.